Don't you fucking dare, Dad.
I can smell you.
Hiya. So, I kind of had a realization last week. And since then, I've been thinking and borderline overthinking as to how I'm going to address it. And I'm fairly confident when I say that the majority of you are going to be fairly understanding. There may be some who are going to be disappointed, but if you are disappointed to hear this, there is a silver lining, and put it simply, I am also disappointed. But what changes am I referring to? You might have noticed that this video has been uploaded on its own. With the exception of the first message from me to you video, every single one has been uploaded alongside something. I can't upload on weekends anymore. That's just the sad truth. I cannot upload on weekends anymore because I've burnt myself out. I have pushed myself too far. So there are going to be those who are curious, and I do feel a need to explain why, but there's no way to put it in simple terms. And I do know there are going to be some who know, like the majority, as to what I've got to say. So I do need to give the long-winded version for those who don't know. So, since I first started uploading, I have not missed a day. And of course, with these message from me to you videos being a good example, I did quite a lot of double uploads. So we're talking minimum of one video every single day while making one video every day. And it's been like that since the beginning, and we're getting close to the halfway point of the second year, so call it 16 months. 16 months of doing this. And how it used to be was after making a video, I would spend the rest of the day doing whatever else. And then of course, if I was motivated and had the time, I would work on another video. Again, if I was motivated. And of course, these message from me to you videos are prime examples of that. But there was a time where I'd do random Minecraft videos and of course random builds. But then of course Telltales came along, and with Telltales I thought, well, if I've got the time to work on, say, a Minecraft video or random build, why not put that into Telltales? You know, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, it seemed doable, and arguably it was. But the problem with that is, well, there was two issues with that. The first being that I was focused on multiple things at once, and a good example of that is the sword making video, where in that video I said something between the lines of making the sword took about 8 hours, but making the video took about 100 days. So with Telltales taking literally months because of obviously working on multiple things at once, and the fact that there were many days where I just wasn't in the mood to edit after making a daily video. So once I finished working on Telltales, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to take a step back from Telltales. I recorded the 6th video for Minecraft, and I recorded a bunch of Mortal Shell with the intent of working on that, and was hoping to have a bunch of more double uploads, thinking that that would be the favoured option. But the fact that those who had already subscribed liked Season 1, and there were more people who stumbled across this channel and subscribed because of Season 1, it's safe to say that you guys were really looking forward to seeing Season 2. So I thought, right, okay, I am going to push myself to get Season 2 done. But things didn't go exactly according to plan. Because since working on Season 2, a lot has happened. Firstly, you had Stranger's Wrath, and I of course had issues with that. I did explain in greater detail, but the short version is copyright kept on being an issue. And in my personal opinion, the majority of the time it shouldn't have been an issue. But the fact of the matter is, it was an issue, and I had to put more time into making that content to essentially no longer get flagged for copyright. Once that was out the way, I was able to work on Season 2, and whereas I do have a couple of tweaks here and there that I've got to source, I am 100% confident that Season 2 will be coming to the channel after Outlast. But of course it doesn't end there. With the first 5 episodes of of 7 Days to Die. Got the strong impression that I needed to make more content for that, so of course I did. And the way things played out, on the ending of episode 9, I realised the way I was playing it like that wasn't going to work anymore. The way it was basically nothing happens, but I'd done it in a way where it was still humorous, you still enjoyed it. But episode 9, that style of things did kind of wear thin, and on episode 10, I did the very thing I didn't want to do, which was focusing on base building and basically recording twice as long with practically nothing happening. But it didn't change the fact that a lot of you enjoyed it and a lot of people subscribed because of it. And since then, I have constantly mentioned that game as a reminder that I have not forgotten, and I've got full intentions of making content for that game once Walking Dead Telltales is out the way. But here's the thing. Since then, I have kind of, basically how I've been doing things, instead of making a daily video, oh I'm still motivated, right, okay, I will work on Telltales. I have been pushing myself so that, and granted this wouldn't always happen, but whereas usually I'd make 3 days over the course of, I would make 3 videos over the course of 3 days. What would sometimes happen is I was able to get 3 videos made over the course of 2 days, and then on the 3rd day I'd put that time into Telltales. And clearly this is a workable strategy, and I had full intentions of doing that with 7 Days to Die. But then the realization that I've had is, for starters, I've burnt myself out, because last week I'd spoken to my friend Panj, and for those who don't know, I played Gang Beasts with my friends Kara and Panj, and I've also played Humans Fall Flat with Kara. But the point is, speaking with Panj last week was the first time I properly spoke to him in literally months. With the exception of this week, I can't remember the last time I have played a game for the sake of playing it and not making content. I've basically pushed myself too much, and in simple terms, YouTube is a hobby. Granted, there are close to 600 videos. I don't earn a penny of any of these videos. It's all for a hobby. I make them because I enjoy it, and I share them with the world because I know yous also enjoy it too. Unfortunately though, I am letting a hobby consume my life. So I need to take a step back. Hence why I feel I shouldn't upload on weekends anymore, because if I don't upload on weekends, that means I don't have to push myself nearly as much. But I can put that time into working on Telltales, Walking Dead, and as I said before with that silver lining, the silver lining is because I will have that time to work on them, meaning content that requires more time on editing and more time on the recording and more time on the editing, I will be able to get them made and released a lot sooner. But going back to, as I said, about that realization, Telltale Season 2 has burnt me out, right? And it's taken months to get to this point. You've got Season 3, you've got Season 4, you've got 7 Days to Die, which I've constantly mentioned. In the last message from each U video, I have mentioned Blasphemous. Then of course you have the random Minecraft videos. Episode 6 I have recorded months ago, haven't edited it. You got Mortal Shell, I have recorded it but haven't edited it. So right there, that is 7 examples just at the top of my head. Actually no, 8 examples, because you got the random builds as well. We're talking 8 examples of content that requires more time on the recording side and more time on the editing side. And whereas the strategy is doable of pushing myself to get more, like basically getting a daily upload made, like 3 videos made over the course of 2 days, then on the 3rd day working on that kind of content, the sacrifice that I've made is I'm letting YouTube consume my life. As I said before, I need to back off. So I know that there are going to be some people who are disappointed to hear this, but again, the silver lining is on the weekends, whether I decide to take a break from editing or if I'm in the mood to edit, I can put that towards content that requires more time, meaning content that you've been very patiently waiting for will get released sooner. But put it simply, there's no point saying like and subscribe, because here's the thing, I'm not even happy with this news. So to wrap things up, I want to know your thoughts on this, because there is one last thing. You may have noticed that the upload time has been different. I am going to be changing it back, because the fact of the matter is, I started uploading British time, uploading at 2 p.m, and I've been doing that since I started. But this past week I've been uploading at 11 p.m, thinking that that would be better. But at first I noticed that the view count dropped, and then it's basically gone back to where it was. So I would go as far as to say that it's not exactly better, it's not exactly worse, but the downside to it is when I do my usual routine, it kind of throws me off that the video hasn't been uploaded at 2 p.m. So I am going to be changing it back. But one last thing being, regarding not uploading on weekends, I have decided that the Mess from YouTube videos, and maybe even the Minecraft videos, if I eventually get around to making them, I will be uploading them on the weekends. Basically anything that I originally intended to upload as part of a double upload, I will reserve them for the weekends. So basically we're talking if you got Monday through to Friday with typical uploads, you don't have to worry about, say, midweek and mess from each video. I will reserve them for the weekends. But again, I'm not going to be like and subscribe, because I'm not happy with having to make these changes. But what I am going to ask, not just those who comment frequently, but those who barely comment, I want to know your thoughts on this, because the fact of the matter is, I genuinely care about your thoughts on this topic. I'm not happy with it, but again, share your thoughts in the comment section.
Like and subscribe.